Mario and Luigi Brothership versus Ys X Nordics. I was playing both of these games back to back, and I noticed they were very similar. They had different stories, but they had a lot in common as well. So I thought it might be fun if I put them up against each other to see which one was the better seafaring role-playing game. If you've never watched one of my battle videos before, I don't blame you, since I haven't done one since 2016. People asked me to do them again, and this one seemed perfect. There will be 5 categories for each game that will be judged on, and instead of randomly picking the categories from a hat, I decided to use categories that would mostly fit with both games. So the categories this time are ship design, exploration, islands, battles, and of course, since this is a battle video, sex appeal. Because people would riot if I didn't put that in, as it's a staple of the battle video series. Now before I get started, I do want to remind you it's just my opinion on who would win in these categories. And this is just for fun. So with that said, ship design. They both have interesting ships. Ys' ship was way more realistic, but also not. It does feel like it's a little bit too big at times for what they're showing us, with parts of it not even used. I would love to show you what I'm talking about, but as I was editing the review for Ys, I realized I never recorded any footage of me in the ship. I only recorded about 5 hours worth, and it just never came up. Brothership had an interesting layout, as it's multi-layered as well, but it keeps everything fairly easy to find and streamlined. The same can't be said for the Ys ship. At certain points, there are over 10 people with different stores to interact with, and they would move around, so finding the person who is the shop you need was always a hassle. Because of that, I'm going to give this to Brothership. It had a creative design, and it was easy to maneuver through it. Exploration. They both have you freely moving through the sea to find locations. However, the way they do it is different. Brothership is more on rails, while Ys is free to explore, but they do stop you by putting objects or the environment in your way. Both games have big seas for you to explore, and they both can be a little bit slow to move around in the beginning, but they also both give upgrades to the speed, with Brothership being much faster. However, Ys does have a fast travel system, which makes it very easy to move around the seas. Brothership eventually has a fast travel system way late into the game, and I'm talking about the last 4 hours into the game. I remember a quest where I had to go back to the first lighthouse, and it took about 5 minutes even on super speed to get there. You could still go to other islands while you're waiting, but it seemed just so unnecessarily slow. And that's why I'm going to give it to Ys for making it fun to explore the sea by letting us fast travel, and I also love the map design. Islands. Brothership had some boring islands in the beginning, but they do start to change them up, as you will see lava worlds, vacation destinations, or even a maze. When it comes to Ys, I have to think back to which one was my favorite island. Was it the one that had the rocky terrain? Or the other one that had the rocky terrain? Or the larger one that had the rocky terrain? My point is, while they changed the look of the plain islands, it was all just window dressing. Every island had the same feel to them, as there was no island where I said, yeah, that was creative. Ys islands were fun to explore, but it had nothing to do with the islands themselves. It was about finding the hidden treasures and fighting the creatures. Brothership had some interesting ideas in the later islands. While it was never too spectacular, the change in scenery was definitely appreciated. So this one goes to Brothership. Battles. These two games handle battling much differently. Brothership is turn-based and has slow loads for every battle, while Ys is real-time, and the battles were quick and had no loading times. However, the battles were more than just the fights themselves. It had to do with how much fun you had doing them. Brothership had an engaging battle system where you have to dodge attacks and do the right button presses at the right times to get the most attack power out of it. Ys is basically button mashing, with some strategy when you do more powerful attacks when you block with your partner. However, Ys gives you way more freedom in the way you attack the monsters. It has 3 different sets of attacks to customize, which each has 4 different possibilities, as each character has 4 attacks, and as a group it has 4 attacks, which are all completely customizable. There were also more variety in the monsters in Ys. One of the biggest problems with Brothership is the lack of variety in the bad guys. Sure, they would change it up with a new character to fight occasionally, but more often than not, it was just, let's change up the color, or make it more powerful with a glom effect. I do think Ys is better in battles, as it was more varied, quick, and adjustable in your fighting style. Sex appeal. Alright, let's be real here. Which one was more sexy? 2 overweight plumbers in Brothership, or 2 well-defined characters in Ys? I desperately looked for anything in Brothership that would be considered sexy, and I can't think of anything. You could make a case that we're supposed to find Luigi desirable, as one of the people that you meet is romantically obsessed with him. However, that's played as a joke and not seriously. Ys is clearly trying to push Adel and Karja as appealing, as there were different outfits that you could put them in which were definitely more revealing, and that could really be be the case if you spent the money on the DLC costumes. As from what I could see, it was never too revealing, but it was definitely more revealing than the ones in Brothership. So Ys is clearly the winner in this category. So the winner of this battle is Ys X Nordics. It just did the whole concept of a seafaring adventure much better. While Brothership did have some good ideas, and it had some fun locales to visit, I do think that Ys X Nordics is better when you stack them up.